smart man once said, "The only person you should be competing with is yourself." These words from that man pushed me to be the best I could be in life. They pushed me to try new things, try my hardest in school, and always treat everyone with respect and love. He showed me that I can't always be angry and whine about dumb little things. And he told me to stop looking at other people and judging them, but to look at everyone as if we're all the same, which we are. The person who I'll be talking about today, the man who shared this message with me to better my life and to better myself, is no one other than my father. He inspires me to always achieve my goals. He showed me how big of an inspiration he was. He built a relationship with me, and he taught me lessons that will stick with me for the rest of my life. Like I said, my father means a lot to me. He's been there through my ups and downs, got me everything I ever needed, and even helped me out with girls. There's also many things he did for himself and to better our family. These things show me how inspirational he is and how he inspires me to always achieve my goals. One of those things is how he came all the way from America, from his little hometown in Mexico. He was a young teen who, like many of us, wanted to travel the world. He told his mother, my grandmother, that he would come back and be successful just for her. He came to America, met my mother, and had us. He also grew up from poverty and never had money for some nice things other people had at the time, or like we have today. So that was another reason for him to leave. His town was also much more poor than it is today, so there isn't much opportunity for him there. Everyone was poor, which also gave him another reason to leave. Another thing that inspires me most about him is how strong he is. All the things I told you he has done, most of them was by himself. His mother passed away when he was born, and his father was always working in the U.S., so his grandmother raised him, so him leaving himself was a big challenge. Leaving his grandmother behind to become successful, it was showing how strong he was when his grandmother passed away a year ago this very month. I know what he meant to her. He really loved her. Her lessons to him showed him how to love his kids, to make strong bonds with us, and to have a good relationship with us. These bonds that I am talking about are the ones he has built with me and my siblings, especially the one that he has built with me. He treats me with respect and gives me space when I need it. We don't hang out just us much often, but when we do, it's fun. Whether it's going on a drive to the store, him telling me a story of his childhood, or a lesson he has for me, or even a little 1v1 on the court. Anytime he asks for me, I always try to cherish, because as he says, always spend time with the ones you love, because one day you won't have the chance. He has also helped me through my rough times. Growing up, I was a kid with a big attitude problem. I still have that problem, but it's gotten a lot better. Middle school came around, and so did all the breakups. I was just a little teenager thinking I knew everything in the world and thinking that relationships were everything, but my father helped me realize that they weren't. My father's words are right. You always come first. I now realize that we are more alike than I thought. This bond is really great, but the lessons that my father has taught me are even greater. Throughout my life, my father has taught me lesson after lesson. It was usually when I felt most frustrated or when he knew I needed it the most. These lessons helped me better understand life and the way it should be. One of the biggest lessons my father taught me was that everyone is equal. My dad had a lot of friends, but you know how some friends could be. They compare each other when they shouldn't be. Friends boost each other when needed. They help one another. Another lesson I learned from my father was that hard work really does pay off. Like I said earlier, my father came here from a small town in Mexico. All he did was work, and he needed the money to come over here, which wasn't free. He also worked jobs where he was constantly having back problems, but all he wanted to do was make his family happy. Everything he has ever got for himself, he has worked for, because to him, nothing comes free. The biggest lesson my father has taught me, though, is the only person you need to achieve your dreams is yourself. Like I told you all in the beginning, my father's quote, the only person you should be competing with is yourself. The only person you really need to achieve your dreams and goals is yourself. We worry about others too much when the only person standing in our way most of the time is us. That is the greatest lesson I learned from my father. My father inspires me to always follow my dreams even when the odds are against me. How inspirational he is from when he came from a small town, from a different country with poverty and no parents, to the bonds he has made with me, whether it's little hangouts or talks on drives playing basketball, or even the stories he tells me about his childhood. The strongest lessons he has taught me about life, like everyone is equal, or that hard work always pays off, or that you really just need yourself to achieve your dreams. So the man who has helped me through my life, made me better and happier, even when the time wasn't right. To that man, thank you, and I love you.